pilots, and welcome back to Season 6 of Flight Academy. This is the final game of our round robin. Yes, this is game 28, and this is going to be it before we reach the top 4. We've got Scott and Wes on the table, but joining me once again for this commentary we have...
Round to the Batman, it's James.
Hey James, welcome back. It is the final game of the round robin. I can't believe we've got to this point already. Literally
number how many?
28.
28, and there's still the knockout rounds to go.
Yes, we still have 4 more games to go after this. We've got the semi-finals, third place, and the final left to come after this. But it only feels like yesterday that we uploaded game 1 of this season. But we love Flight Academy. And as I said, we've got Scott and Wes on the table. So Wes is guaranteed to go through to the top cut, but this will decide where he places within that top cut. Does he knock myself and Ben further down the pecking order and get himself a nice second place slot, which should give him a slightly more favourable semi-final opponent? Scott, unfortunately, at this stage, he can't make it to the top 4, but he's still playing with his brain. Yeah, he is still playing to see where he can get to and see if he can basically keep Wes in 4th place, essentially. So it'll be interesting to see how they go, but it's 2 cool lists on the table again. I do like these 2 lists.
See, previous games, how strong proton torpedoes are, especially in this format.
Yeah, proton torpedoes are
although with
crazy.
Fen Rao, like you lose a lot of the potency of Fen Rao's abilities in action.
Yeah, it is an interesting one. Like, especially this Fen Rao build. If he's able to trigger his ability on Anakin, that is going to be powerful. Stopping Anakin from being able to reroll with a target lock.
You can't reroll, you can't spend the force, you can't spend a focus, you're just rolling 4 dice and changing 1 to a crit. Well, changing a hit. If you don't roll any hits, then you lose out on that as well.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Wes is looking at this and going, I'll kill Fen and then I'll proton. Or just go, you know what, it's still 4 dice, we'll just fire them.
I mean, it is an interesting one. I mean, looking at the ships he's up against, I still think he'd go for Hera. You've got 1 of 8 dice and a huge amount of output in there. I mean, if she can get that target lock onto Wolf and then do the main attack, keep hold of that target lock, and then ion cannon, there's a lot of control that you can take there and a lot of damage you can put into Wolf, potentially with really good rolls on Scott's behalf and bad rolls on Wes's behalf. That could be 5 damage there, which is half points straight away. So
I do like this aggressive play from Wes to send in Wolf and just go, look, shoot me, and he's got probably enough health to live. Meanwhile, Anakin, presumably, is going to come in from the side, avoid Fen Rao's arc to avoid the ability, and probably fire off a proton torpedo.
I mean, it's exactly what I would expect to see, and
also the positioning he's got between those rocks is perfect. Like, I wouldn't want Anakin to currently be in any other position. Like, he has gauged that so well.
Yeah, it's a great spot to be in. And also looking at it a little bit later, if Hera and Fen do either one of these survive this initial couple of engagements, Anakin could just move a bit forward, drop a seismic, and then Scott's got to think, right, is that coming? Oh, that is a good shot there from Hera. And she was coordinated a focus by Fen as well.
I mean, that coordinate can be really... I mean, that's basically a proton torpedo.
Yeah. And that's 4 damage already through. So I did say there's 4. Let's see what the crit
I mean, I
is.
did say Wolf would probably live, but yeah, after that, that's a lot. Oh, and a fuel leak as well.
Oh, fuel leak. That's going to be tricky. Do we see? I'd be very surprised if we don't see Scott just go. Let's do the ion cannon.
Yeah,
Get another
definitely.
cheeky shot in.
Like, if you can get one more damage with the ion cannon, and then, I mean, you got a range 1 shot. If you trigger the fuel leak, you could probably. Yeah, I reckon you got a chance of killing Wolf here.
Yeah.
It's not high, but you could do it, and he's initiative 4, so you would not get any returning shots from him.
Although it looks like he's going to be moving straight to Fen, and possibly using Hera's ability to pass the token. Can Hera pass the target lock, or is it just green tokens?
Transfer a focus, evade, or lock.
Ooh, that is powerful. I still think I would.
I think you need the extra damage. Although if you're really fishing for the crit off of fuel leak, then maybe you do want to pass over that.
Yeah. I mean, range 1 is going to be 3 dice.
Although you could. Do you have to spend the lock for the B-wing double tap thing?
Yeah, you do have to spend the lock for the B-wing double tap, which is why
I was going to say, could you do the double tap and then pass the lock over? But okay.
Yeah. Oh, that focus is.
I mean,
he's got to spend it. He's got to spend it. So hit crits. That's 3 damage going through with the fuel leak.
I mean, I know Wes has positioned himself for a good proton torpedo. That is a big amount of damage going into Wolf.
Yeah.
And, you know, the fuel leak's going to trigger, and we've got whatever this other one is.
It looks like a console fire. It is a console fire. Ooh.
I mean, it won't kill Wolf, but he'll have to roll for it.
Yeah. That is. I mean, that's 2 shots, and that is a lot. That's 7 damage going through there. That is very good. But here comes the proton torque from Anakin into Hera.
I mean, you'd hope, at least Wes would hope, to get a decent hit here. Definitely spend the lock on the blanks. Then 2 force.
2 force.
Another one to a crit.
Yeah.
Probably more resources than he wanted to spend, but
yeah,
he's got, you know, a good roll after kind of almost sacrificing Wolf to get it.
I mean, if he'd obviously imagine if he was in Fenn's arc as well, and Fenn said no, that would have felt really painful. Only getting 2, but Wolf is going to have a range 1 shot into Hera.
Yeah.
Oh, that's big. Oh, that's big. And he's going to spend his charge to reroll.
Oh, of course, yeah, because the charge can get around Fenn's ability, can't it? Because it's not a physical token and it's a reroll. Okay.
Ooh, that's a good evade there. Hit crit. And it's a direct hit.
Oh.
Oh, so it's double crit, sorry. So direct hit and loose stabilizer. That's unfortunate for Hera. She does not. She's going to have to spend a turn to clear that. That is.
Yeah, and fast. I wonder if Wes will just drop a seismic charge. Would that possibly? That might clip Hera. Depends how fast he wants to go, really.
Yeah, I mean, if Hera does go fast over the top, then maybe, but let's see. Wolf looks like he's going for the K.
Makes sense. I mean, I know he's got the rear arc and the ability in the rear, but by turning around, you're staying in the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's even though you've got that rear arc, turning around means that you can then follow up behind. Obviously, Fenn does have that rear arc shot, so he's got to be wary of that. But at least now, Wolf
also he's done a red maneuver to get elusive back.
Yeah. So it gets elusive back, and now makes Hera obviously have to well, Hera's going to move anyway, but makes maybe Hera think, right, I've got to get out of there a bit more. But where does Anakin go? Because he does have initiative. I kind of think that maybe Wes was hoping that Scott would have initiative, but
I think he's played it safe and gone, look, if I do have initiative, I don't want to bump. I will just do a one forward.
And plus, he's got the dorsal turret.
Who's on 1 health.
I think we know who Wes wants to
take. Feels a little unnecessary, to be honest.
I mean, maybe. I think I would have probably locked Fed at that point. I mean, looking at the dorsal arc is pointing back towards Wes. So if Hera only does a 2 forward, then he's got a chance for a double tap there with Veteran Turret Gunner. Oh, it's the 1 forward.
Maybe he was worried about going too fast and getting hit by a cloud exploding.
Possibly. Okay.
Ooh, a barrel roll. I mean, yeah, why not? You get the simultaneous fire at the very least. Oh, but it doesn't
fit though. Oh, there'll be no simultaneous fire from Hera.
When you put down the template, I thought that was going to fit as well.
It was one of those. It was actually a lot closer than it actually looked. But this.
Well, I guess with the coordinate. No, it was a focus into a roll, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we still got the token anyway.
Oh, and this is probably a good job we got that target lock. I mean, you may as well spend
2, okay?
Yeah, spend the 2, guarantee the kill.
Well, yeah, I guess the total did guarantee it.
Yeah, guarantee the kill, and then you've got your Veteran Turret Gunner, so you can then shoot that dorsal, which I'm pretty sure is ship left, so pointing down towards Fen. So you get another shot at Fen as well, so you can start working on him.
Yeah, with Hera gone, I don't really see Fen having much chance of taking out Anakin. He might be able to finish off Wolf.
Yeah, I mean,
Wes has not fixed the console fire, and you have the rear arc on Fen.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a chance to fix the console because he did the K turn, so. But there we go, there's the evade for Fen. Will Fen get the cheeky kill out the back? Obviously, it's still in the I6 step, so Hera doesn't get removed, so you can actually move that focus token, so.
Oh, that's interesting, actually, yeah, because it's simultaneous fire, whilst Fen Rao is shooting, Hera can still pass the token across.
Yeah. It's always like with her dying reach.
And only to remove ships when you actually should.
Yep. Oh, 1 damage into Wolf there.
Could come down to that console fire.
Now, Hera does get removed from the table because that's the I6 step over.
I mean, she did put a lot of damage into Wolf, though.
I mean, that was a huge shot into Wolf. I still think that she probably... Oh!
Yeah, I think the extra ion cannon shot probably would have helped out because Wolf would already have been dead, but the console fire got him.
Yeah.
So it is Fen Rao versus Anakin, both untouched. Anakin has fired 1 proton torpedo, and that's about it.
Yeah. So yeah, Fen versus Anakin. It doesn't feel... It's going to be a tricky fight now for Fen.
Anakin is a tanky ship in that Y-Wing.
Yeah, and if he can get that dorsal turret in the right position, he can be double tapping all over the place. I mean, he's got that proton. I don't think he's going to, at least for a couple of turns, he's not going to have range to use that proton.
Here's a question about the Republic Y-Wing. It's got the hull that like prevents...
The plated hull, yes.
unless you have a crit. But Fen has Deadeye Shot. So if Fen turns over a crit with Deadeye Shot, does that work?
You turn it over before they suffer it. So I'm just going to bring, because although Deadeye Shot
is while you perform a primary attack, if the defender is in your bullseye, you can spend one hit result or change one crit to a hit. If you do, the defender exposes one of its damage cards. So it's while you perform the attack is the timing for that.
Yeah.
I just wonder if that's maybe a way Scott could get past that ability.
Yeah, because if you're triggering that to expose it, the plated hull doesn't stop that. The plated hull allows you to turn down one crit to a hit if you are if you haven't suffered a critical. Yeah. Once you do the Deadeye Shot and it exposes, plated hull's turned off because you have an exposed crit. So that is pretty good.
If only Fenrir was facing Anakin and had him in the bullseye.
Exactly. Yeah.
Also, actually had some damage on him.
Oh, that's not bad.
The trouble is, it's now a case of Anakin is just going to be chasing Fenrir.
Yeah.
Fenrir in that position doesn't mind stressing himself because you're in the rear arc to turn off any tokens. So it's just going to be a war of attrition at this point.
Yeah, I mean...
And I feel like Anakin wins that just by having more health.
Yeah, by the pure amount of health that Anakin's got and the Force, which he's obviously spent all of now, it's going to be very difficult.
When he uses his ability, there's no Force either.
Yeah. I would love to see Scott reverse here.
Oh, sorry, you don't just mean like turn the game around reverse. You mean literally stick it in
literally go backwards, because that would be...
Yeah, it looks like he can. Is that going to fit though? I don't know that does.
He did a 1 forward last turn, so it would fit because he's going back to where he was.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like that.
Because it's also the same as if you were bumped a previous turn.
The only downside to that is that Fen is now stressed and can't use his ability.
True, but it does mean that he's going to have to force Anakin to turn his turret around, meaning that he'll only have one force for modification.
Yeah, it's a good move from Scott. And remembering where you were previously, like I didn't, knowing that you can definitely fit in the reverse. I like it.
And I know it won't have any effect now, but it does mean he's got to be bullseye as well, so Deadeye Shot would work. Oh, that's an unfortunate roll there from Scott, and a pretty good roll there from Wes. There is some more damage going into Fen.
Positioning as Fen is now in, Anakin just has more health, and I think that is going to win it for him.
There's 1 minute left.
Although, I mean, if Fen can stay healthy and get some kind of miracle shot, he could half-point Anakin and get the win.
Yeah. Oh, and that too hard doesn't fit. But I mean, a miracle shot getting half-point
does mean he clears his stress at least.
Yeah. And jumping in there just to give him a bit of a hand with the manoeuvring them up.
I'm in the way of our miniatures game.
Yeah. It'd be awesome if we could have some form of like magnetized table that you could do this on, but you just end up having ships spinning, I reckon. Which, if you're Baby Annie, that's fine. Oh, the K-turn, I love it, and I'm pretty sure that is bullseye onto Fen, so no stress for Anakin there. Does have to spend a force for that though, so spends a force, does not take a stress.
Oh, you're not going to fire off a proton.
Yeah.
That's a very cool maneuver. There's been some very, very interesting moves in this game.
Yeah. Ooh, does get.
Checking for range, I think.
I think double checking range, double checking bullseye. So
I think range 3, but
I think
and not
range
bullseye?
3. I'm not sure why the force expenditure there from Wes in that last shot. I would have saved that for this.
I'd be aware of the time.
Yeah. He's got the lock. That
Is he going to kill Fen at the last second and get even more points?
We shall see.
Fen's got what, 2 dice? Because there's no range bonus from the torpedo, no matter what.
Yeah, 2 dice. Okay, so
no, then, well,
2 crits.
2 crits.
That's a direct hit.
It is a direct hit.
He's fed down right at the end. Oh,
Scott put up a valiant fight, though.
He really did. Obviously, taking all that damage into Hera so early on, but then putting so much damage into Wolf. I think if it was Hera versus Anakin, it would have been a very different fight.
Wes chose the right target to fire everything into early on. But even so, Fen doing that little reverse, Hera got a lot of damage onto Wolf. Anakin with the proton torpedoes just strong.
I mean, the Republic Y-Wing,
the K-turn combo.
Yeah, the Republic Y-Wing is just so chunky. It's hard to combat against that, to be honest. You've got to hit that hard, but then that means you're ignoring Wolf. And I think that Wes's list is probably the highest overall health of any other list in this season. I'd have to go back and double check that, but you're looking at 17 health for his list, which, yeah, 2 ships is a lot.
So that is the end of the round robin.
That is the end of the round robin. So let's have a look at the final table. We already know who our top spot is. Ned just absolutely decimated throughout the entire round robin. 7 wins, 32 points. That win for Wes puts him into second on 25 points. We've got Ben with 20 in third and myself in fourth with 18. Obviously, massive shout out to Andy with 13 points in fifth, Benji with 11 points, Scott with 8, and Josh with 4. Thank you to those 4 for playing those games with us and allowing us to have just such a great round robin with so many good moments throughout the entire season. But again, well done to our top 4, Ned, Wes, Ben, and myself. It is going to be first versus fourth, so I've got to go up against Ned in the first semi-final. Wes and Ben get to face it off in the second semi-final. So it's going to be interesting to see who is going to make it to the grand final. Can anyone at this point stop Ned? That, I think, is the big question. And that's my first task in the semis. So it's going to be interesting. But James, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed that game.
That was a very, very interesting one to watch.
Excellent. And guys, as I said, the semi-finals are coming up very shortly. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.